Regents International School Pattaya in Chonburi is a proud member of the Nord Anglia family of premium schools. Regents is a supportive and stimulating place to learn, where your child will shape their own journey to academic success. Their day and boarding school, which caters to children from the ages of 2 to 18, has been the most successful and sought-after educational institution on the eastern seaboard for over 25 years. At Regents Pattaya, At Regents Pattaya, they understand every student is different. They also know that your child will achieve more when they're happy and doing what they love. That's why they offer an unrivaled choice of subjects, 2 distinct pathways at sixth form, and a breadth of experiential adventures beyond the classroom. Combined with their award-winning well-being support, your child will benefit from an education that takes them wherever they want to go in life, including their first choice university. At their state-of-the-art campus, their talented team of teachers delivers the option of the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, or A-levels at sixth form, and the EdXcel and Cambridge IGCSE curricula for the 15 to 16-year-olds. This provides students with the best possible springboard to their choice of internationally renowned universities. They provide children with a truly multilingual education, teaching English, Thai, Spanish, French, Mandarin, Korean, and Russian. Their outstanding facilities, including high-tech science labs and a vibrant creative arts center, provide the perfect environment for their innovative focus on STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics learning. And I am excited to have here with me Miss Amos Turner. And so I will bring her onto the stage right now. Good day to you, ma'am. Hello, how are you?
Very good. Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. And there we go, Shazam, I put the right banner up. Now we can see all of the things. Ms. Amos, tell me about, as the school principal, tell me about what makes Regents special to you. Like what do you get up and you're driving to school in the morning, or maybe you take the bus. I'm not sure how you commute there. What are you thinking about?
Well, this is my 8th year here at Regents. I came here in 2017, only with a view actually for staying for a couple of years. But it was really clear when I arrived that this was a fantastic environment for children to grow and thrive in. And the more time I spent here and I got to know the children, especially those who've been with us from the primary school, turn into exactly what we want our world leaders to become. They're ambitious, they're compassionate, they're academically excellent, they're good all-round students. So whether they're interested in sports or the performing arts, Regents provides them with such a breadth of experience that they can have here, that they go out into the world ready for that next step. My own children go to the school, so I am a little bit biased. And they've just gone from strength to strength. They have so many opportunities here that they wouldn't get in many other international schools or schools, certainly within the UK. So I think it's a fantastic environment for kids and families to come and watch their children grow.
Fantastic. A question from our community is, I believe there was something about your different curriculum and programs in the introduction I gave, but the question is can you tell me about your IB program as well, and juxtapose that against A-levels? Do you offer both of those?
We do. We're one of the only schools actually in the area, I think possibly within Thailand, that offers both. So we're really lucky to do that. I think part of the process of going through secondary school is children are working out what's the best program that they need to study before university. And at 16 years old, you're not always sure what is the best pathway. And the teachers have that area. They know their curriculums, they know the expertise. We've got 30 years of experience of working with universities across the world and a really strong reputation. For me, I wanted to make sure that our children who were really settled and happy at Regents didn't want to have a huge upheaval in the middle of their curriculum to change schools because we didn't offer their curriculum. Our teachers are experts in both, and most of them trained in A-levels and then gone on to train within the IB. And so we have world-class results that we've had forever, I think, as long as I can remember. So our students were saying to us they didn't know which curriculum they wanted to study, but they wanted to stay at Regents. So we introduced A-levels a few years ago. We got record results last year. And it meant that we know our students. Wellbeing is really important to us here at Regents. We know our students, we know what they're good at, we know where their strengths are, and we wanted to make sure that we could provide the curriculum that was right for their future career pathway. So being able to offer both means that our students stay at school, they know the teachers, they're happy, and it just means we can offer them more choice for their future. So in terms of the differences between A-levels and IB, they're very different programs. The A-level program is very much about high level of subject knowledge. So it's about depth within a subject, and it's a narrower group of subjects. The IB is more about breadth and is more internationally focused and is about preparing students in terms of critical thinking. I'm actually a fan of the IB program more than the A-level program, which I shouldn't really say, but I studied A-levels and I taught A-levels. So one of the things we've done with our A-level program is we've taken the best bits of the IB program and we make our A-level students study it. So they will take aspects from the core, which is learning how to critically analyze, so they can write essays to a really high standard. They're ready for that university prep, which the IB does so well, which A-levels doesn't. So we introduced that aspect into our A-level program, so we know our A-level students are better prepared than going to another school which offers just the standard A-level program. And it's been successful. So our kids are going to university successful in their first year rather than struggling like a lot of A-level students do. Ours don't, because we use the IB philosophy within our A-level program.
Help me understand what that looks like in practice, because we have again, I'll mention my son. My son's actually 16 right now, and he's chosen to do that as well. And so what he experiences is IB students and AP students in the same class, and they sort of have and so they have sort of a different assignments and whatnot. So like the subject material, how does that play out at Pattaya?
So we have totally separate teaching timetables. So we have an A-level timetable and an IB timetable. We do not mix the classes at all. The content is actually quite similar, but obviously A-level content will go at a deeper level than some of the IB classes. IB, they study more classes, so we don't teach them together. They have some things together, like they have their form time together, they have PE together, because obviously those are generic subjects. But they have, in the A-level program, they have what we've put in is a program called Future Ready. So that's when we've taken aspects of the IB curriculum, so the theory of knowledge, critical thinking skills, extended essay skills, and they have that as a timetabled slot within their A-level program. But it is only with the other A-level students. So we don't mix the two programs at all, because it wouldn't be useful for the students. So they got a huge advantage of very small class sizes with specialist teaching in those curriculum times.
And what sort of IB subjects do you offer?
What don't we offer, I think, is probably a shorter list, to be honest.
Which ones don't you offer?
I don't know, actually. I think we offer almost all of them. I don't think we offer dance. We don't offer dance, but we pretty much offer all of them. So we've got about 45 different choices within our sixth form of curriculum choices for children to choose. So there's definitely a pathway for anybody at Regents.
Okay. One of the things that a lot of people who are going to watch this interview and this video are going to ask is, how do I make a choice for Pattaya rather than Bangkok proper or going further up to Chiang Mai or whatever? Make the case for Pattaya for me.
I mean, for us, I think the most obvious things are, one, we're a little bit outside of town, so we're not in Pattaya as such. We're actually in the countryside. So we have right now, beautiful blue skies. We've got surrounded by national parks. So it's a really good environment for kids to kind of thrive in. We don't have the traffic. We don't have the pollution that I know there's other two places you've mentioned do have, but we still have access to all of the things that you can get within the city as well. I think, I think a big part, a lot of people choose us is we have access to the coast. We're just starting work on ocean literacy and doing things within the area so our children we do lots of activities with diving, with beach cleanups, with coral reef development. But then we also have access to the city. So it's only an hour actually to Bangkok. So if we do want to go into Bangkok and have access to the things there, it's totally accessible. But we've also got, we've got the jungle and natural parks on our doorstep. So we do lots of outdoor pursuits. We have lots of opportunities for the kids to get involved in things within the local area. Pattaya is a quirky little place. I'm not going to lie. It's not for everybody. I mean, I came here because it's a great place for families. Despite its reputation, that's really easy to avoid. I think it's a small part of town. Where the school's located, we have an amazing parent support group and a great expat community here in Pattaya. So there's loads of opportunities to kids to get involved in everything. I mean, our after school activity program, compared to like Bangkok, certainly, we have masses of space. So our kids do everything. We have sailing club, horse riding club, every single sport I think mentioned we do after school, STEAM clubs with our links to MIT, Juilliard programs with our links to Juilliard. So I think for us, we're able to offer everything the city offers, but in a clean, safer environment.
Sounds delightful. I love it. What about sort of pastoral care? Like, because, we've talked a lot about sort of the older groups and those kinds of things. Like, take me through, the younger school and the younger students and how you nurture them through. You said this is something that you kind of stuck around for yourself.
Yeah, so obviously having two children in the primary school, one in the early years and one in the primary school, it's something close to my heart. I think for us as a school, our kind of school philosophy that we have driven for years is children will be successful at school if they want to come to school in the first place. Why do children want to go to school? Is because they feel safe, they feel happy, and they feel nurtured. So that's our absolute number one for everybody in school, whether they're preparing for exams or if they're 2 years old walking through the doors for the very first time. We recruit the best teachers worldwide, and if they don't have that philosophy, then they don't stay here at the school. We've won the Wellbeing Award a few years ago because we really, really drove on that, especially post-COVID. We wanted our children to really, really thrive in the environment. We introduced forest schools in our early years, and we've done a lot of work in the primary school as well in terms of well-being. We know part of your environment, the environment in which you are, just being around nature, being healthy and athletic helps your well-being. So we've included those things within the primary school as part of every day to make sure our students are, they're happy at break times as much as they are in the lessons. So, I mean, well-being is absolutely key to us. We have well-being leaders in every single year group. We have heads of pastoral care, both for the primary and the secondary school. And we have a huge safeguarding team as well. It's part of our key development plan as a school, and it's something we talk about every single day. We have a really tight monitoring system for well-being. So if we notice any child is slightly, not themselves, we pick up on it straight away, and we have a team of people that check in. We have whole school counsellors, and we make sure every week all of our children age 2 to age 18, year 13, have pastoral sessions every day on their timetable as well. So we do well-being check-ins. We have well-being leaders, student leaders all the way through the school who run different activities for different year groups. It's something we're really passionate about here at Regents. And on our last, I think, parent satisfaction survey, it was one of our highest scores as well, that their children are happy and safe at Regents. So it's something we're really, really proud of.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. When a parent comes to visit Regents, what are like the top 2 questions that they ask you, as they're walking around the campus, or as the admissions people are taking them around? Like
I think that totally depends on the parents, to be honest. Depends where they're from, and what they're actually interested in. In secondary, we often get asked about our academic results, which are obviously above world average. So we're always really proud of that. Primary often ask about well-being. What do we do to nurture our children in terms of support? Similar questions that you've had. I think we're very competitive with sport as well. So if they're particularly interested in sport, I mean, we're one of the most successful schools in the area with our sports program. So some of them will ask about that and about the sports programs that we run. We're also part of Fabicia, so we're proud members of Fabicia. So we get to network with schools across the globe, specifically obviously from, you know, the China region all the way down to the Philippines. We get to compete internationally, and we're in the top groups for those sports. So I know a lot of our parents who are interested in that focus on that. So it really depends on the age of the child and what it is that they're coming to the school for, in the kind of questions that they ask. You know, they often ask about food. What do we feed the kids is something parents talk about a lot. I think that's standard in a lot of schools. We actually invite our parents in. They're welcome every week to come and try the food in the canteen. We have a food committee, and they were involved in our catering contract rehiring, and we get them involved. You know, we really, really work with our parents. We want them to feel that they're part of the school. We have a great parent support group. I think they're in school every single day, but they have activities every week, from yoga class, hiking class, language classes. We do workshops for parents. We invite them in for school events. So we really value their input into the development of the school. So yeah, the questions they ask can vary considerably.
Yeah, but sure. I guess you're a parent, I'm a parent. I guess, yeah. What you know, whatever we're most interested in, right? Talk to me about languages for a second. We have a question from our community out here, specifically about how many hours per week students speak, you know, are engaged in language activities in their classes, and what type of fluency that you expect, you know, as they come out of the school. Assuming they were to follow a program all the way through.
So most of our students are bilingual actually, but we teach languages from pre-nursery up. So all of our children start with Thai, and they study Thai and English in the very early years. When they move into year 3, we then introduce modern foreign languages as they're widely known. So we have quite a wide group. We offer Mandarin, French, and Spanish in addition to Thai. We also offer Korean and Russian for first language speakers. So we run those languages really from year 3 upwards. And it's a good chunk of their timetable from year 3, actually. It increases as they get older throughout the school. We actually, in year 3, offer a rotation program so they can try out all of the different languages. And then in year 4, they choose their language. And we encourage them to stick with that language all the way through school with us, because we do expect them to become fluent within that language as they get into secondary school. The idea being that when they are at the IB age, they're able to take it as a language B option rather than as a new language. So we are, I can't remember our exact percentage, but we have a really high number of students who do the bilingual diploma, because our students are often more fluent in more than one language. Often 3. They put me to shame. I can only just speak English. So yeah, so languages is really important to us. We have a whole language team, and yeah, they work all the way across the school.
That's fantastic. I love that. Another question is, you talked a lot about in pastoral care about well-being and whatnot. Do you also have a dedicated pastoral counseling team?
Yes, we do. So we have 2 counsellors that work they both work across the primary and the secondary school. So they, obviously, that's emotional counselling, but we also offer university counselling. And we also have a team of safeguard trained as well, safeguard staff who are trained for real extreme issues if they come across. And we've also trained our pastoral team to be assist training as well. So we've got everything from low emotional needs all the way up to, hopefully it'll never happen, but suicide awareness as well. And we do everything all the way in between for every year group.
Final question for you is, as you mentioned that you have an expat community. Usually expat means that we're here for a few years and then we transition out and in. And so talk to me about those transitions of, you know, bringing a new student into a program, either as a young child or in the secondary program. And is there any special way that you prepare them for departing to, you know, whatever the next adventure may be?
Yeah, so we have an onboarding and an offboarding program for teachers and for students, to be honest. So our admissions team do an absolutely amazing job in terms of the onboarding program, the preparation we put in place prior to them arriving at the school. You know, obviously there are peak times in the year, but we're because of the nature of where we are, quite transient. So we have people coming and going because contracts change with families. So throughout the year, people come and go. So prior to arrival, they'll obviously have touch points with key members of staff before they arrive. Where possible, we obviously put them in touch with students as well, age dependent, so they can start to build friendships. And they have a buddy program when they arrive at the school as well, which lasts as long as they need it. Some students tend to flourish faster than others, so it depends on the program. And similar with the offboarding program, depending on when the parents let us know in terms of when they're going and what they're doing. And, there's a program within the secondary school. If it's, we've helped students, for instance, if they're transitioning to an American school. American schools tend to struggle with the British system, probably more so than others. So we do quite a lot of preparation with the school as well to make sure they understand the curriculum that they've studied, where they're at academically, so they can have a smooth transition. But yeah, it depends where they're going in the world, and what it is that they're planning to and at what point they're leaving us and how much notice the parent gives us. But there is a number of events that happen leading up to that, so it's smooth. Obviously, the more notice we have, the better we can prepare the students for that next step. Some of our parents don't tell their children until the last minute, though, so then it's not quite as successful as we would like.
Again, those parents making it difficulty. I know. Final question for you. I just want to offer you the opportunity, the same I've had with other people who've joined us here today. What haven't I asked you? What, if you were, when you give, your statement on Pattaya or on Regents, what is it that you like to focus on and, is most special to you about the campus?
I think there's, the two aspects for me that are really key is one, we're a Nord Anglia school, so there's only 2 in Thailand. So we provide world-class opportunities for kids that they wouldn't get in any other school. The opportunity to work with Juilliard experts from MIT. They get to go on expeditions with people from UNICEF. They get to climb Kilimanjaro at discounted prices because Nord Anglia fund that. They get opportunities to work with Nord Anglia schools across the globe with conferences. And that's something that you can only get here and at our sister school in Bangkok. The other one is the fact that we're a boarding school. So, for people who are thinking from Chiang Mai and Bangkok about actually, we've got an amazing boarding facility. It's really bespoke and really personal. Our boarding team, we've got 30 years of experience. And our boarders actually, we're full at the moment. I think we've only got a couple of spaces in the girls' house. But we really try. I mean, I know boarding schools say home from home, which is kind of cliche to be honest. But what we've really done is we really listen to the kids on what they want boarding school to be like. So they come into my office, they have a boarding council. They talked to me last year and said, we want new bathrooms. So we renovated all of the bathrooms. They didn't all want to go on exactly the same trips as everybody in boarding. So we have so many different activities. Some go and play football after school. Some go and do touch rugby. Others might have taekwondo class and self-defense here at school. Some might have study time. We really try to personalize it for what the kids want as they would get in the home environment. It's obviously successful because none of them want to leave. But that's one of the things that, we're really proud of is that we offer a really nice bespoke boarding program, which is a little bit different to other schools. It's not just going off to boarding school. It's, you're here in a really nice, safe environment in the countryside. Where we will really listen to what the kids want to make it the best experience for them.
Miss Amos, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk with us today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you very much.
And now, without further ado, I'm going to, oops, I did that again. I forgot to take down the overlay. I'm going to just have everybody sit back, relax, and let's check out Regents International, their video.
Welcome to Regents International School Pattaya, a place where each student's journey is uniquely valued and nurtured. As we explore this prestigious institution, we'll uncover how its blend of tradition and innovation shapes the leaders of tomorrow. From their globally recognized curriculum and offer of both IDP and A-levels at 6th form to the state-of-the-art facilities, Regents is more than a day in boarding school. It's a community where students from over 50 nationalities come together to learn, grow, and excel. Join me as we delve into the heart of this vibrant educational oasis. At Regents, academic excellence goes hand in hand with a holistic approach to education.
Here at Regents, we have a very, very clear philosophy and values, which is not dissimilar to many schools. We focus on high academic excellence, but we really focus on a real high sense of adventure and making sure that our children are compassionate. So with that, academic excellence, we know, opens the door for our children. We create thousands of opportunities throughout the school year for children to push themselves in ways way beyond the classroom. We try and find something for everybody. We want to raise good people. You know, we want our children to leave our school better than when they started. The world is a crazy place. It changes all of the time, and our children need to be adaptable, flexible, be able to problem solve, and be decent people when they leave. So that's really what we focus on in school all day, every day.
Each corner of this campus is designed to inspire and facilitate learning and growth. Regents' global collaborations bring world-class opportunities to its doorstep.
Our philosophy, our motto really is create your future, and that's really what Regents is about. We want all of our students to leave here with open pathways, whatever that might look like for them. We are assigned to the round square philosophy, which is very much about character building education as well. So in addition to having all these phenomenal experiences inside and outside of the classroom, we build our students' character, which looks like collaboration, teamwork, critical thinking. So in addition to having high academic expectations and successes, they leave being sustainable human beings. And when I talk about sustainability, I'm not talking only about the environment. I'm talking about their contribution to the wider world.
We're in the sports hall now. We have a two-court facility, air-conditioned. It's really nice for the kids. We do basketball, volleyball, badminton, you can see behind me here, in this particular facility. But we also have downstairs underneath here, we have what we call our den. That's our fitness suite. So we have a weights room and a general fitness area with cardiovascular machines, weights machines, free weights, as well as a yoga studio. We also have swimming pools, two swimming pools. One is for the younger students, particularly sort of beginners. But we also have a 25-meter, 6-lane pool, which we use for competitions. And adjacent to that, we have a smaller shallow pool for students who are non-swimmers.
Our journey through Regents International School Pattaya reveals a place where education is not just about learning, it's about thriving in a supportive, diverse, and dynamic environment. As we've seen, Regents doesn't just prepare students for academic success, it prepares them for life. With a commitment to excellence, a heart for sustainability, and a spirit for inclusivity, Regents stands out as a beacon of holistic education. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening tour. For those inspired by what you've seen, I invite you to explore more and become a part of this exceptional community.